done in those months when people are asking, what are we doing? Where is the fund? To say here, I stand to be challenged. This administration has not borrowed. The only money we borrowed was the one we used in the ring road, and everybody is aware of it. Go and bring any paper. Go to the debt management office and check if we have asked for anything. We don't need it. What is important is the little we are getting, we are applying it rightly.
Governor Fubara promised additional projects for the people of Eche and Omoma, including the completion of other roads and healthcare facilities.
Let me assure you, this is just the beginning. Do not forget the issue of the general hospital, not just general hospital, completion of the zonal hospital. We are going to do it. We are not those people who believe in flag off. If we have to do flag off, we must tell you the significance of that project.
Meanwhile, a political analyst, Chizi Oyomasile, says the series of projects lined up for commissioning by Governor Lai Fubara may be illegal if they are not captured in the budget approved by the Martin Amikula-led House of Assembly. Mr. Oyomasile, a member of the APC in River State, said this while speaking to our correspondent. He said the governor must avoid falling into any political trap.
These projects that have gone far beyond your single authorization, if it's not captured in the budget, as good as those projects may be laudable, they are illegal. And we cannot tolerate that. It doesn't matter how beautiful and how good they are. As long as it's not captured in a budget and that it does not have an appropriation law as set by the court, it means that those things to its extent is not avoid. Where it could be for the good of the people, you could win this thing, but be careful that you're not doing something that is in the budget that's around the law. It means that you got money from somewhere and is doing.
On the plan by Governor Fubara to implement the recommendation of the Commission of Inquiry set up to investigate the arson, Mr. Oyomasile said the governor was already biased.
There's no thing, doing that. It is not wrong for a governor to so do. But what is wrong is the bias in it. And what do I mean by the bias? Is the fact that upon the day the governor went to visit Isogbo, the governor made a wiping statement. The governor said, I am going to set a panel of inquiry into this thing. I know my people didn't do it. Meaning that he knows the people who did it. If a man who is going to set a panel of inquiry have already said that he knows those who didn't do it, means that also that he knew also everything that came out now looks biased.
He also spoke on the recent APC Congress, Antonio Kocha's perceived closeness to the FCT minister Nyesom Wike.
On the issue of Tony Okocha, firstly, when somebody says Tony Okocha is an ally of the minister, I don't understand what they mean. Are we saying that because you belong to a political party, you shouldn't come from the same place with somebody, or you shouldn't have a relationship with the person in spite of all? Party and relationship are different. But what I am here to say is that the national body has so recognized Tony Okocha. The national body sent their people to come and conduct the election. INEC was there fully represented by the REC, and the police were there. Strategic holders of the APC were there, and Tony Okocha have been elected. If the court says otherwise tomorrow, that is left for the court.
In the same vein, a Port Harcourt-based lawyer, Soseli Prim Williams, has urged Governor Fubara not to delay in implementing the recommendations of the Commission of Inquiry on arson on some local government headquarters. Mr. Williams made the call while dismissing claims that there is a new Commission of Inquiry law that is intended to regulate the executive arm of government.
I don't want to look at the political perspective of what they are doing. I'm looking now at the legal perspective of what they are doing. For now, the law is the River State Commission of Inquiry Law, 1999. And it was based on that law, the Commission of Inquiry was set up. A bill is not a law until assented to by the governor. The Commission of Inquiry have submitted their report. The governor should implement. There is no law stopping him. There is no other law on Commission of Inquiry in River State except the River State Commission of Inquiry Law, 1999. There is no other law. What we have is a bill, a piece of paper for now. So the governor should set every machinery in motion for implementation.
Away from that, the Senate has mandated its Committee on Aviation to summon the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo. The Senate also resolved to summon the Director General of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, NCAA, Chris Najomo, airline operators as well as other relevant stakeholders over incessant flight delays and cancellations. The resolution followed a motion presented by Senator Buhari Abdul Fatai during plenary, highlighting the negative impact of these disruptions on Nigeria's socio-economic growth and public confidence in the aviation sector. Still to come, federal government sacks civil servants with degrees from Togo and Benin Republic universities. Stay with us.
Welcome, Your Excellency. I, Dr. Ovi Chinedum Oludeye Chukuma, on behalf of my family, the good people of Ward 5 and Ahoda East LGA, welcome Your Excellency, Sir Dr. Siminalai Fubara, GSSRS, Governor of Rivers State, to the ancient city of Ahoda for the inauguration of completed Government Girls Secondary School project Ahoda, constructed by the present administration. Your Excellency, truly you have demonstrated that you have the capacity to deliver on the promises made to Rivers people. Date, Friday, 6th December 2024. Time, 11 a.m. Venue, Government Girls Secondary School, Ahoda. Your Excellency, welcome, Ejale, Dr. Olide Ovi Chukuma, Honorable Commissioner for Education, Rivers State, announcer.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
You're welcome back, and now the rest of the news. The federal government has sacked some civil servants with degrees from private tertiary institutions in Benin Republic and Togo. The Director of Information and Public Relations in the Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Shegu Imohiosen, confirmed this to journalists. He said the directive affected federal workers who graduated from the institution from 2017 to date. Recall that an investigative report by an undercover journalist revealed how he acquired a degree from a university in Benin Republic in 2 months and used it to participate in the National Youth Service Corps scheme. And now to business. The Rivers State chairman of the Chartered Institute of Bankers of Nigeria, Njoko Nkwachuku, has attributed the inability of banks to disperse cash to insufficient funds. Speaking in an interview with our correspondent, Mr. Nkwachuku explained that the availability of cash in ATMs depends on the funds received from the Central Bank of Nigeria CBN and customer deposits.
The reason why a bank branch would not give a customer amount of cash the customer needs, if the customer has that amount in his bank account, is because of the availability of cash in that branch. So if a bank branch has only 5 million naira and the customer is requesting for 6 million naira, where will the bank branch get the money that a bank puts in the ATM is subject to what they get from the customer and from what they receive from the central bank. And what they do in practice is to try to ration it, so that customers will have some cash.
Mr. Nkwachuku urged customers to deposit their money in banks to alleviate cash supply challenges and help reduce the expenses associated with printing new Naira notes.
It's very important for us to know that the Central Bank of Nigeria is still pursuing the cashless policy, and the cashless policy promotes execution of transactions through each channel. So customers are encouraged to do their through the platform, and by doing that, it means that there will be less cash in the system because it costs a lot to print or produce the Naira notes we have.
Recall that the CBN directed banks to ensure efficient cash disbursement to the public over the counter and through automated teller machines, ATMs. In entertainment, Nollywood actress Mercy Aigbe has revealed that her multi-million naira home in Lagos was burnt down in a fire. The actress took to Instagram to post a video showing the damage to her home. In sports, Manchester United manager Ruben Amorim says set pieces gave Arsenal the 2-0 victory in the Premier League clash on Wednesday night. The 39-year-old manager said his team should have been more aggressive against Arsenal.
And now, we bring you news from around the world.
France's Prime Minister Michel Barnier is expected to tender his resignation today, hours after being ousted in a no-confidence vote. Barnier government collapsed after MPs voted overwhelmingly in support of the motion against him, just 3 months after he was appointed by President Emmanuel Macron. Now, the Prime Minister is likely to stay on as caretaker while Macron chooses a successor, a process which could take weeks.
This is the news on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
That's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major stories. APC stakeholder in River State has advised Governor Fubara against commissioning projects not captured in the budget approved by the Martin Amihula-led House of Assembly. Now, mixed reactions are still trailing Governor Fubara plans to implement Commission of Inquiry report on arson. Federal government has sacked civil servants with degrees from Togo and Benin Republic universities. The Senate has summoned aviation minister over regular flight cancellations. And on the foreign scene, France's prime minister is to resign hours after a no-confidence vote. The news was edited by Onyeka Chimusu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechukwu Moyele. Many thanks for listening.